Welcome to Miss.sheeena's world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yo, the internet must be bored because the Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson breakup has people tweaking out. Megan fans are online saying that Klay Thompson would have been nobody without Megan Thee Stallion, that nobody would have ever known who he was until she gave him a chance. Some of you are saying that he lucky that Megan decided to settle for him. Well, that led to men and women on the internet to make the Megan files, pointing out all the men and women she's been with that she claims did her wrong. Then you got some calling Megan out saying that what about her past cheating allegations, or when she slept with her best friend's boyfriend and the baby and Blueface. But I guess she didn't get backlash for that. Some women online even said that how can she constantly be the victim in every situation? That's not possible. I only got one opinion on the situation, and that's you guys talking about if they couldn't find love, none of us can find love. When the fuck did Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson become relationship goals for our futures? Like, is some of y'all really that parasocial to where if one of your celebrity crushes can't find love, that means you can't find love? Y'all don't know these people. Only celebrity relationship I felt bad for was when Tom Brady wife cheated on him with the yoga instructor. I was like, whoa, that's OD.
Guys, I honestly feel like everybody is putting too much thought into this Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion situation. All right, listen. You yearn for a broad, then you get around her. You start checking her mannerism, her habits. You start to fall back. There's a clip of them two at some awards show, right? And Meg Thee Stallion looked really sauced up. Klay Thompson's face said it all. Y'all have to understand that the worlds that these two people are coming from, hip hop and then the NBA, and not only that, Klay Thompson is like coming from the upper echelon of societies. Like, even though he's black, right? Mixed, right? So the level of class that he's been exposed to, being a star in the NBA for 10 plus years, right? Having an amazing career, spotless career, right? As far as behavior and shit goes through. Now, Klay Thompson then ran through a handful of bad ones, right? So even though he light skinned, he's still a dog, a clean dog though. You get what I mean? So
I'm tripping.
Look,
that pussy ain't worth all this shit.
Everybody
I mean,
acting
it's cool, it gets the job done and all, but it ain't preferable for
don't.
real. Like,
okay? Y'all thought that Meg Thee Stallion was just gonna make all that crazy ass music, move how she was moving, mess with this dude, that dude, this dude, and then at the end get married to a wholesome king. Absolutely not. Sorry. It never ends well for any woman choosing that type of lifestyle. It don't end well, right? How many more examples do we need? Okay, so for anybody that's surprised or, oh man, that's so, it ain't messed up. That's how the game goes. Facts. That's how the game goes. And if I was Klay Thompson, I would have reinvestigated the Tory Lanez shooting, because there's a lot of unanswered questions there. And that would have told me everything I needed to know about who I was dealing with.
As a straight man that's a pastor and a licensed therapist, I want to talk about the psychological and spiritual reasons Klay cheated on Meg Thee Stallion. It's because he wanted to. It's because he wanted to. I'm seeing think pieces here and a think piece here. It all boils down to it's because he wanted to. There is no deep psychological reason for cheating. There is no deep theological reason for cheating. There is no deep philosophical reason for cheating. Cheaters cheat because they want to. And I think when we ask ourselves, why did he cheat on somebody so great as Meg Thee Stallion? We are doing a disservice to ourselves, because that question leads us to believe that there is something we can do that will stop a cheater from being a cheater. Like, can I go to the gym enough? Can I make enough money? Can I be nice enough? Can I have sex enough? Can I be celibate enough? Can I go to church enough? What can I do to stop a cheater from being a cheater? And the truth is, nothing you do will ever be good enough to stop someone with low character from having low character. Nothing. If you've ever been cheated on, it had nothing to do with you and everything to do with what was going on in that person. You're never good enough to give someone the character their parents should have helped them develop. You'll never be good enough. And you should never internalize that. Cheating is about what's going on in them. It has nothing to do with you. And a therapist I really love and admire named Veronique Esther, she posted a video. She said, do y'all want to know what stops a man from cheating? And she drew a picture and she pointed at him and she said, it's this man. That's the only thing that's going to stop a cheater from being a cheater. So when we see somebody get cheated on, it's important that we do not internalize their behavior as a reflection of what we could have done in the dynamic. That's not how cheating works. Cheating happens because people lack character, period. That's the end of the story. There's no deep psychological, philosophical, theological reason for it. Cheating happens because people lack character. That's why cheating happens.
The thing I don't like about y'all the most is that women every day will tell us that men lie, cheat, and do all the things to them. Like we know it's a known fact. And then a celebrity, Megan Thee Stallion, will tell y'all that she was lied to and cheated on, and y'all will still try to blame her. Like every other day, women are not telling us that us men are trash. So yes, Megan Thee Stallion has had a bad run with men. She's not the common denominator. Men are. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not the common denominator here. The common denominator here is men in this experiment. Is y'all cool? People talking about, oh, but it's all these men and she's been with all these men. Duh. So have all the women. All the women have been with the different men. And they've all been trash. And real, they've been saying this forever now. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, you pandering. I don't understand how it could be pandering when we have data. There's evidence to prove this. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do is relax before y'all piss me off. Because y'all know how I get when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I don't play about them, okay? Because they God's favorite. And as one of God's favorites, I understand what that's like. So y'all just go ahead and pipe down.
Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Klay Thompson broke up with Megan Thee Stallion. When a man tells you that he no longer wants to be monogamous, he doesn't want to be monogamous with you. Y'all pick and choose times when y'all want to be delusional and hear what y'all want to hear. When a man is around the house throwing mood swings, especially a man that's a millionaire, throwing all type of crazy mood swings at you, it's because he's trying to push you away. Men don't like to feel like we're hurting somebody when we break up with them, so we do things like that. We will go to push away. Most men ain't really about to sit down and say, this isn't working, but his actions are going to try to push you away. I don't know why it's that way, but guess what? It is that way, so take heed. Y'all all online talking, how could you cheat? We can't believe you did all. Because all y'all see is Megan, she's famous. She's beautiful. That's nothing to him when he's famous too, when he's rich too. And then let me tell y'all this, Megan probably needs to date a regular guy because it is what it is. In the industry, Megan has a history that even touches Blueface. I knew when that Blueface stuff came out, I said, that dude is not going to stick around, not for the long run. Men get turned off by that type of stuff. We're not going to say it, but he ain't going to wife her. I knew that he was not going to. She needs to date a regular dude if she just got to be with somebody. And it does seem like she just has to be with someone. But a dude like Clay, it's easy for him to normalize her.
I think the funniest part about this whole Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson thing, Klay Thompson hasn't said a word. So I went to his comments just like I expected and said, hey, we here to jump you. You think you're bigger than the program? Cheating on Megan Thee Stallion, crazy work. I think there's one thing that this whole situation has taught me is that Megan Thee Stallion is bigger than life. Like, people love her, like obsessed with her. And once you do her wrong, you're on the op list. I said this before and I'll say it again. The reason why the Drake hate intensified is because on her loss, when he dissed Megan Thee Stallion, people wasn't jacking that. And if you're a woman and you were on the fence about Drake, that puts you in the whole other direction of negativity. But apparently they're saying that Klay cheated with Lexi Brown, which I don't know is true. But she hasn't responded and she turned off her comments where people have found the post where she didn't. And people are like, you forgot to limit this one too. Someone said, I guess you're in his league. He can't handle Megan. Send Lexi outside. We just wanted to talk to her. But I would assume if somebody's getting this much hate for something, they would respond. But who knows? And I thought she was gonna delete this by a certain time because you know how people be emotional and then they delete stuff. No, she hasn't deleted this. This is up for almost 24 hours now. And the big thing coming out of this is Clay saying that he couldn't be monogamous to Megan Thee Stallion. Now, one, that could be a front because he probably didn't really like her like that. Two, that probably could be true. And three, it doesn't matter because he's gonna be looked at as the bad guy. But people don't want to hear this right now. But life goes on, man. He's gonna date somebody else. She's gonna date somebody else, and yeah.
Y'all gotta listen to me. So everybody losing their mind over Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, like a covenant got broken. Like, that's crazy. Newsflash: they were not married. So before you start screaming, she wrong, he wrong, ask yourself a better question: what was actually agreed upon? Because you can't call something betrayal when there was never a binding commitment to begin with. And this is the real issue. Y'all are giving marriage level expectations to dating level situationships. That's not love. That's self-inflicted confusion. And let me help you in plain language. Dating is for data, not DNA. The root word of dating is data. Data is when you collect information over time to make a final decision. So when you're dating, you're supposed to collect information to make a final decision. But in the world today, everybody, you ain't collecting information. You're collecting DNA. Y'all sleeping together, right? So y'all skip the process. You don't study character. You don't observe consistency. You don't verify intentions. You just feel, then fall, then expect. And I'm not here to get on nobody's head, but y'all, I'm giving y'all facts. And when reality shows up, now everybody is toxic. Here's the part people don't want to hear. A hot girl can turn heads, but a wise woman, she turns decisions. One knows how to attract attention. The other one knows how to discern intention. And one performs, the other one positions. And if you got to audition to be a wife, baby, you're already disqualified. Because a man who sees you as a wife material won't put you on a stage to compete for it. See, y'all too busy studying bodies, but not behavior. Perfecting your vibe, but ignoring values. Learning how to seduce, but not how to select. And then shocked when the man you entertain never planned to commit. See, hear me clearly. Your body can attract a man. Your sex game may even keep his attention, but none of that can make a man stay who never intended to be there in the first place. See, you can't perform your way into purpose. You can't seduce your way into security. You can't force a man into a role he never chose. And this right here might shake the room, but stop making celebrities your blueprint. Because if you need a model to teach you modesty, you already missed the assignment. See, fame doesn't equal foundation. Followers don't equal fruit, and visibility doesn't mean virtue. See, a wise woman doesn't chase titles. She discerns alignment. She's not asking, do you like me? No, she's asking, are you consistent? Are you clear? Are you intentional? Because confusion is not chemistry. It's a warning sign. You don't get played, you get revealed. Because dating will always expose what you ignored. So next time, don't rush connection. Please don't. Don't skip clarity. Don't assume exclusivity, and please don't give covenant access to someone who only offered you casual conversation.
There's a weird group of niggas who hate Megan Thee Stallion, right? Like, delight in her suffering. And I guarantee you that they don't even understand why they hate Megan Thee Stallion so much. And let me tell you why they do. It's because Megan Thee Stallion represents the end of the patriarchy. Right? She's not the only one that represents that. And let's be clear, the patriarchy is coming to an end. But they hate her because they don't want to have to compete on an even playing field. It's the same reason that some white people hate DEI. Because if you even the playing field, then you have to compete based on your competencies, right? And if you have to compete on your competencies, on your ability, on your talent, on your skill, then you're going to get washed by a lot of other people. So you need a system that gives you an unfair advantage. And I can hear a lot of y'all now saying, bro, it's not that deep, but it is. And that's the problem. Y'all niggas don't understand your own feelings and emotions, right? You don't even understand where this hate is coming from. And if you can't understand your own feelings and emotions, right, you don't have the emotional intelligence to identify what's going on in yourself. You don't have the emotional or any other intelligence enough to compete in a modern day marketplace, right? And that's what's going to get a lot of you niggas washed. That's why a lot of you niggas is falling behind now.
Because the only thing that ever propped up the patriarchy in the first place is men's physical ability to do certain things, right? And now that it doesn't even matter, y'all are lost. And unfortunately, a lot of y'all are opting out of what propped up the patriarchy in the first place, which is your physical abilities. Because some of you niggas don't even want to change a tire. So I don't know what to tell you, but this weird Megan Thee Stallion hate club needs to be dismantled ASAP.